got his smoking jacket on. Nice and quiet, huh? Just how you don't like it? Yeah, one of the good things about coming down here. I don't know how 37 looked tonight. Obviously, we already made the decision. We're going to do whatever every other week or whatever it looks like. But, yeah, with all the noise that was out there earlier, probably a good call. Damn Decepticons are coming after me again. I heard it. Oh, you heard that too? Oh, yeah. Mr. Floyd out there. The copy on you, Central Maine. Everybody, huh?
Jesse, let me make sure. Is this going out? 1, 2. Okay, yeah. Jesse, this is... Oh. Yes. Okay, Jesse, this is 26895. It's down below channel 1. We're down there to avoid some of the skip that is up on the regular 40. So 26.895 if you have extra channels in your radio.
29. What's happening, Bob? Mr. Cobra, I see you. We heard it.
Yeah, Jesse, with the skip being what it is, it was impossible for us to communicate on channel 37, so I don't know if you have a radio that can go down below channel 1. We do know that it does leave a few people out in the cold. Most people have the ability to go down below channel 1. I know there's a few people, not many, but, you know, at a minimum, I guess you could listen on the live stream if you don't have that ability.
Can you hear this thing over there, Bob?
Yes, sir. It's sounding good over here.
Oh, Joe.
Sounding good up here, too.
Roger. Who's that?
What are you playing with tonight?
Up here in Fairfield. Roger on the Fairfield. You're sounding good in Boost Bay, that's for sure.
That's for the Boost Bay.
Wow. I'm not so sure. Is that DJ? Making it all the way to where? Roger that. No doubt about it. I'm trying something different tonight. Running my Kenwood down low through my 703 amp. See how she likes it.
Oh, sounds like it's working pretty well.
Yeah, I got my carrier back. It's only putting out like 300 watts. It shouldn't be hurting it, I wouldn't think.
A little bit soft on the signal, though. Yeah, I mean, you could probably pump it up. 500 watts on sideband would be pretty capable for that. But yeah, I mean, it sounds great right there. I wouldn't worry about it, that's for sure.
What town did he say he was in out there near Bangor?
He was in... Oh, shit, sorry about that. He was in Kentucky.
I thought that's what he said, but I wasn't sure. Try it now. I actually got my preamp on. See if I can hear some people further out over and out. Roger.
What is going on? Oh, let's see. I just want to check something before we get started here. Let me see. Let's see. We driving that? Nope, not nearly hard enough. Let's see. Let's give her some business here. 1, 2. Hello. 1, 2. Hello. 1, 2. That's still not quite enough. Let me give her a little bit more. 1, 2. 1, 2. Test. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. Yeah, that should be better. Hello. Sorry. Just got to get that amp in the sweet spot.
Oh, turn it all the way to the right. That's the sweet spot.
I got to be right in the slot.
Couple retards on it.
Has anyone heard if Floyd's in there?
Before I heard him, but it's been a little hit or miss.
Let me try it like this. How about you, Floyd? You in there?
I haven't heard Ford on the radio in months.
Get the peanut butter out of your ears, fix it. I said Floyd.
I haven't heard Ford yet. He's just down the road from me.
Copy that. All right, well, we'll get started here. I don't know if Paranoid's sandbagging in there at all either, but I was going to see, maybe I'll have Moose. Moose, you got a copy on me, right? All right, well, Jesus Christ, I heard all these guys a minute ago. All right, well, we'll get this thing started here. It's 8 o'clock, and welcome to Maine SideBanders. You got Radio Man here, over here in New Gloucester. And hello, 1, 2. Geez, that still doesn't seem a little... 4, oh, no, it's all right. So we'll get started. Let me turn down this radio here. I don't want to listen to that baloney. We'll get started. We'll start taking check-ins to the north tonight. We'll start with that, and I don't know. So I don't hear Floyd. I don't hear Paranoid. I don't hear Moose. So Cobra's in there. Cobra, you mind just throwing a shout out some of those guys up north and see? I know someone can hear me, but they're gonna hear you a lot better. You mind just throwing a shout out some of those stations up north, like Harry and Moose and all of them? See if we can get them checked in for roll call.
Anybody north of it or north of Kennebec County like to check in the Maine SideBanders, please go ahead. You got Moose and Fairfield checking in. Moose and Fairfield. We got Birdman and Augusta checking in. So we got Moose, Birdman, Mr. Paranoid.
I got all of them.
Yeah, I keep getting a double, I don't know, somebody try it again. I heard the Palmyra, I didn't catch who it was. Oh, copy that. Start after Palmyra and Dragon. You said, is it Dragonfly or is it two people? Hello, breaker. Go ahead. We got Bone Crusher checking in. Copy that. We got Bone Crusher. Somebody in Penobscot, but first part of that got cut off. Oh, Plumber. Yep, copy that. You guys still checking in? Yeah, we're starting on the north end of the state. Yeah, I got a copy on you, Plumber and Penobscot. Hold on a second. Radio Man?
Yeah, go ahead. I'll just run down through the list real quick. I got Moose in Fairfield, Birdman in Augusta. I got Paranoid, Waldoboro, Starduster, Palmyra, Dragonfly, I believe in Frankfurt, Bone Crusher, North J, and Plumber in Penobscot. Yeah, I was just going to say, you think that's everyone, Cobra? That at least you've heard so far?
So far, I got super quiet here, so I'd be able to hear anybody tonight that keyed up.
Yeah, I actually heard everybody with the exception of Dragonfly. So that's pretty good. I was hearing everyone, but I just figured you got a bigger signal footprint than I do and just be a little easier. Plus, helps me out a little bit. All right, so if you're all set, Cobra, if you get anybody, just jump in. But we'll switch over and we'll start calling them in from the south, Cobra.
Okay, sure. People will filter in.
All right. Well, stand by a moment here. We're just gonna move things around down here to the south, and we'll try to get you guys down in New Hampshire, and then we'll work our way up through the south of Maine here and grab everybody else. Just bear with me. The antenna is coming around the mountain here. So hopefully you guys can hear me down that way a little bit better. We're just about there. We'll point her due south here. All right, Maine SideBanders. Maine SideBanders. How about you guys down in New Hampshire? We're going to grab you guys first. New Hampshire. Any stations New Hampshire for Maine SideBanders? Okay, 2020, we got you nice and clear tonight. We can hear you. Anyone else for New Hampshire, Maine SideBanders? Okay, 333, we got you loud and clear down from Lee. Anyone else from state of New Hampshire for Maine SideBanders? I might need a relay there, Cyclops. I didn't catch who that was.
That's 113 Gonzo, Rochester.
Okay, copied 113 Gonzo in Rochester. Okay, thank you there, 2020. Anyone else for Maine SideBanders looking for stations, state of New Hampshire? Yeah, I didn't get that one either, Cyclops. Who was that?
I believe he said Dragon 61. Also Rochester. Ronnie. Okay, I'll just shut up.
What was that? I copied Rochester, Cyclops. Who was the handle?
Red Dragon number 621. Personal is Ron. Ron, give it one more shot. They should be able to hear you now. Try it one more time. See if you can hear them. Radio man, I'll stand by.
Okay, Red Drag. Yeah, I got you. I'm hearing Cyclops. He's definitely got the edge on you on the signal. You definitely got a good processed audio signal. But it's just a little tough copy, but I can hear you there, Red Dragon. All right, we're going to move on. Any other stations, state of New Hampshire for Maine SideBanders? I didn't get anyone else. Did you hear anyone else there, Cyclops?
Nope, kind of quiet down here. Just up four contributing from the Lilac City and 333 and Lee, but we're stuck with them.
Okay, well, we appreciate you guys showing up every week to Maine SideBanders. Okay, we're gonna move along here to the Maine counties. Any stations? York County. All right, any stations? Oxford County. Fix it, that's you.
I'm sorry, I was away from the radio.
All right, well, we got you. All right, any stations? Cumberland County.
Hey, radio man, you got Andy in Wyndham.
Oh, hey, Andy over in Wyndham. Good signal tonight. Sounding good, Andy.
Thank you, it's good to hear.
Any stations? Cumberland County for Maine SideBanders. Any stations? Cumberland County. Okay, I got Screwdriver in New Gloucester, and there was one other station under Screwdriver that I did not get. Who was that?
Somebody had said North Wyndham.
No, it's Rice Tea, South Wyndham.
Okay, I got you, Rice Tea. Now, wait a second. Didn't Andy just say North Wyndham?
No, I just said Wyndham.
All right, just checking. Any other stations for Cumberland County? Maybe it was Cobra messing me up there. Any other stations, Cumberland County? I didn't get who that was. I almost thought they said Auburn, so hold on a second. We're going to switch over to Androscoggin County. One last call for Cumberland County.
How about Dave in Kentucky?
Okay, relay from Paranoid. Dave in Kentuskeg. Okay, we got you, Dave in Kentuskeg. Thank you, Paranoid. Let me switch over to Androscoggin County. Androscoggin County.
Cobra, Wales.
Yeah, we got you, Cobra from Wales, and thanks for the help earlier with the stations to the north. Any other stations, Androscoggin County?
How about Hunter from Worcester?
Okay, we got Hunter from Lewiston. We're hearing you very good over here, Hunter. Any other stations, Androscoggin County?
Skywalker. Over.
Okay, I got Skywalker, and I also got Hawkeye in Lisbon Falls. Skywalker, remind me what town you're in again.
Lisbon.
Copy that. So we got Skywalker in Lisbon, and you're sounding good. You're right on the money, Skywalker. And Hawkeye, you're sounding good as well. Anyone else for Androscoggin County for Maine SideBanders?
Joker and Lewiston.
Okay, we got Joker and Lewiston. I'm pretty sure Swiper's in there. I didn't hear him, but I'm putting him down. I heard him earlier, but I'll put another call out for Androscoggin County.
Got you waiting my turn. Swiper and Auburn.
Oh, that's fine. I haven't moved on yet. Another call for Androscoggin County. I know there's quite a few of you guys. All right, not hearing anything else. We'll move on to Sagadahoc County. Any station, Sagadahoc County. All right, nothing heard. How about Kennebec County? All right, how about Franklin County? Last county I'm going to call, Franklin County. Heard a station in northwest Montana. Stand by one more second there, station. Any other station, state of Maine, that I did not get? Any station, state of Maine, that I did not get for Maine SideBanders? Come now.
Yeah, sorry about that. I'm here. Ron, out of Bowden.
No problem, Runt and Bowden. There was someone under Runt and Bowden. Go ahead.
Dick Hurst and Holden.
Dick Hertz, the famous Dick Hertz and Holden. Welcome. Any other stations that I did not get for Maine SideBanders? We will continue to take roll call throughout the evening, but before we turn it over to the rowdy bunch here, any other stations?
029.
Okay, I got 029 in Mercer. Floyd, welcome. I think I heard a couple other stations, so go ahead.
How about Clearwater, Topsom?
Okay, we got you, Clearwater and Topsom. No problem. Sounding good as well. Who else we got for Maine SideBanders? Anywhere state of Maine. Anywhere state of Maine. Okay, I think we got everybody. If we miss anybody, any relays, we'll continue to take those throughout the evening. Is that station in Montana still out there real quick? I think you said 390. I didn't catch the handle, but yep, northwestern Montana. Copy that. And yeah, we do Maine SideBanders once a week here, just a local sideband roll call. So feel free to hang out. If you have Facebook, we have live streams on Facebook. If you look up Maine SideBanders, you can find us on there. Like I said, you can watch the live stream and also on YouTube. If you look up Radio Man 260 on YouTube, there's also a live stream over there. So anyways, with that, I'm going to turn it over. Whoever wants to talk and hoot and holler and whatever you guys want to do.
Did you hear him, 2 Cobra?
I heard a bunch of people all come in at once there when I turned it over. I don't know if anyone heard anything.
I hear 690 Montana. You're sounding good, state of Maine. You got Cobra on this end, and I heard someone else holler to me, but there was too much of a pile up there. Connection by the other gentleman. Faded out on me there. It's 690 Montana. Still in the dark.
Hey, 690 Montana, you hearing me any better now? "690 Montana, you copy Radio Man?" Try it again. 690 Montana, you copy Radio Man?
Roger, 2020 Cyclops. Did you hear Mr. Paranoid tonight?
This Paranoid.
Roger on that, Cyclops. Absolutely. Yes, sir. Swiper, what's going on? Swiper in Auburn.
Oh, not too much there. I didn't hear Cyclops respond. Sorry about that.
No worries. Yeah, I got him and got married in there. He's just finishing up anyway, so yeah.
Hey, Joey Cran, thank you for stopping by. 983 checking in. Welcome. Yeah, I was trying to get that. I talked to that guy in Montana and I tried switching over, but it's a little busy now, so I'll resist the urge to chase DX. Bone Crusher's on the roll call.
Nice to be out here. 269, Mr. Paranoid, state of Maine.
Roger, Mr. Paranoid, 269. Copy.
Yes, 690, nice to be out here, Montana. 690 Montana, 73, 269, Mr. Paranoid, state of Maine.
Pretty sure he did get you, Birdman. And forward, thank you very much.
Yeah, I got Birdman on the roll call. Whoops, I got Birdman on the roll call.
And for Radio Man, thank you.
Good evening, Mr. Floyd. Enjoying this nice weather? And four. I was in class all day. I got about a 2-hour break in between, but yep, it's coming nice.
Good evening, Mr. Paranoid. Skywalker said that.
Good evening. Who's hollering to Mr. Paranoid? Hello. Skywalker from Lewiston. Nice to hear you out here, Skywalker.
Yes, sir. He's in Lisbon, though.
Elizabeth Skywalker, you're making it out to Fairfield good.
I'm making the trip all right.
Yes, sir. She makes it up there to Fairfield as well, huh? Nice to hear you, Moose.
Nice to hear you, Paranoid.
I think Cyclops 2020 is trying to holler up there to you, Moose, too. Yeah, I got that Cyclops 2020 up there for sure. You hearing Cyclops tonight, too?
Haven't heard him yet.
10-4, listen for him. Hopefully you'll hear him. I'm hearing him. Hey, good evening. Sounds like Floyd up there. Roger, roger. Welcome to the weekend, Floyd. Absolutely.
Copy on the Birdman? Yeah, go ahead, Birdman. Hey, been a while. How you doing? Hey, we're hanging in there, still kicking around, Roger. 10-4, same here. How you doing, Rascal?
Good evening, Birdman.
Hey, Rascal.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, good. Been behaving yourself?
No.
What fun would that be? The Paranoid. Good evening.
Good evening, Clearwater. What's going on?
Oh, not too much. I'm
10-4,
watching
I
ball
talk to you
games
on
and
28
talking to you
sometimes in
folks.
the mornings, huh?
Catch any fish the other day, or didn't you go?
I did go, but I didn't get any fish, no.
There'll be another day.
10-4. Oh yeah, well they just stocked it I think today, so maybe tomorrow will be a good day.
There you go.
Hey, Moose, you got a copy on radio, man?
Go ahead, Radio Man.
Yeah, just saying hey, and I think Skywalker, he was trying to reach you earlier. I don't think he was getting through. You want to stand, Skywalker, you still in there? Did you want to try to reach Moose?
Moose? Yeah. I guess so. Go ahead, Skywalker. I can hear you, but somebody walked on you. Yeah, I got you in there. A lot of static, but yeah, I got you in there pretty good. Picking up some DX right now, a different language.
Hey, Skywalker, whereabouts in Lisbon are you at?
Right off of 196 at the village.
10-4. Yeah, I used to live, I grew up in Lisbon there as my stomping ground, so that's why I was curious there. I was like 3 houses towards the falls from Grazie's.
Gee, just stone's throw away from there.
10-4. You didn't grow up. Well, good point. That's right, he didn't.
Thanks, Moose. I heard Skywalker trying to work you earlier, and I just wanted to give him a chance to see if he could make it up to Fairfield. Thank you, Moose.
I'm here, south of the border coming now.
Hey, is this radio getting all right? You know?
My name.
Yeah, I hear you, Hunter.
Okay, thank you.
Spanish and don't remember any of it. I remember some when I was in El Paso, Texas for the Army. I could understand it, but I couldn't speak it.
There's just a lot of traffic in there right now. on, Mr. Floyd? How you hearing this little thing way out there? Yeah, I'm just doing some testing and running off a kind of a rigged up setup right now. So I'm surprised it's working at all.
Yeah, it's not working every time you key up, I can tell you that.
Yeah, I'm not always talking into the cell phone, and I'm walking around doing stuff, so I can see that.
10 more.
You got a box hooked up to your cell phone?
Yeah, it's a little group chat thing we've been trying, so you can have a bunch of people log in and talk at the same time and listen at the same time. So I'm actually not even, well, I'm not in the same room as my radio right now. I'm out front, outside.
That's pretty cool. See, you get like a group chat going where you could talk on their radio and they could talk on yours. Oh boy.
Yeah, it's just something we were trying. I was talking from my desk at work today, trying it out for a little while, just because I can.
Once the ham operators know about that, they may get upset.
Fucking hams.
Hemorrhoid.
Oh, this is impossible.
Present company excluded, Swiper.
Yeah, I heard this equipment wasn't possible to do, so yeah.
Oh man, Cobra, you were just pegging me out.
Ooh.
Break 1-3.
Holy radio man,
I
never
didn't
sounded.
say he was pegging me. He said he was pegging me out. Well, I guess.
You want to stop pushing me?
That sounds kind of kinky. You guys, I don't know.
Come on there, Dick Hertz. You want to join the group chat?
We have special
You
places.
don't even have to wear clothes if you don't want to. But just remember, your camera's on.
Probably wouldn't have too many new members.
Screwdriver, stop member.
I don't know. I just figured I'd stop and let you guys take off with it.
Ah!
Oh man, Radio Man actually has the camera on. Look at you go.
Got the camera going and his Xbox set up on. Oh, he's all ready to go.
You just put that thing away.
Live feed from here, and I ran out of cell phones and crap. Oh man, why you gonna be in my group chat at the same time, Cobra? Yeah, see, we can make it a group thing.
If you're still listening, I just wanted to wave to that 2020 down there. He's probably on 36.
For some reason, I'm not really hearing Cyclops tonight.
Yeah, he needs to answer for that.
I don't know if he's actually running his amp still on sideband.
All mouth and no ears.
I think I need to ask him what the hell gives. Why can't we hear him? He's piss weak.
I have been accused of having an alligator radio.
No.
Hey, it ain't so.
I hear you, Floyd. I hear you, buddy. That is something. No, it ain't right at all. I kind of like this thing. I like my Kenwood going through my 703 amp with the preamp, but I'll probably blow it up.
They make new ones every day.
Yeah, I've noticed they've gone up quite a bit in price too.
Just want to check for anyone on there. Anyone need me to help you guys facilitate a contact if you guys are trying to reach a certain station? Anyone need a hand with that?
He's so handy.
Well, I just figured someone wants to try to reach out to a certain station they're having trouble reaching. See if anyone need any help, that's all.
Yeah, I need some help. I'd like to reach out to a station in Thompson if I might try.
Who is that you'd like me to connect you to?
I'd like you to try and see if you could raise a station in Thompson by the handle Clear Vasa.
Clear Vasa, where are you? Put down the bacon.
Kabasa, they're looking for you, Kabasa.
Clearwater, put down the bacon. He's probably in bed, Hawkeye. He's got to get up at 3 a.m.
I think you need to holler for his full handle, and it is Smoked Kabasa.
That's true. I forget. He checks in and he goes right to bed. He's an early riser.
That's what she said.
He's probably got his sleeping cap on.
He was on the radio getting up on Tuesday night, Wednesday morning. I was getting home, and I got home early. I was home about midnight, 12:30, and he was getting up, and he was on the radio talking to me at 12:30 on fucking Wednesday morning.
Well, yeah, the bacon and biscuits don't cook themselves.
Putting his walking shoes on?
The biscuit. I think he said he doesn't go for a walk until like 5:15 or something like that. Because I asked him, like, you going out this early?
Well, for him, the day's half over.
Oh, Regal. Trying to tune in. What do you mean you're lost? I don't follow you, Regal.
When I take the dogs for a walk, I got deer coming out like every night. There's evidence, and so I moved my camera. We're going to catch them tonight. Holy crap, that was getting confusing. Do you have evidence? What? You're looking for evidence? I have evidence of the deer coming out to my house here every night. Tracks and hair, and I can tell they're coming up and eating the acorns. I think one of them's a pretty good-sized buck. So I moved my camera, and we're going to catch them tonight. I had 3 last night, and I don't know, they friggin', I don't know, I've been feeding them, because I feed them during the time of the year that you can, and well, when the friggin' dish is empty, they tip it over and they kick it down the hill. I believe it. Yeah, it's I don't know what happens. They'll eat out of it, and when it's empty, they friggin' knock it. You know, they knock it all. I gotta go find it.
I don't know if my wife is trying to watch TV, but my internet must be screaming right now. It is hurting.
I had to log off. It was my brain was gonna explode.
Trying to listen to 2 radios at once with that, not fun.
I did notice that you were pausing quite a long time after somebody was talking to you, so I thought maybe you had a bit of a delay on your phone.
Well, it's actually pretty quick. It's not. It's like a second, maybe a half a second. You know, it's not a lot. But when people are keying up real quick after each other, you know, I noticed I keyed up once with Radio Man, and I kind of caught it as soon as I did. So I'm trying to be a little bit cautious.
Well, that's what I kind of knocked it up to, because
send out the search party for you in the morning there. Everything all right?
Oh, yeah. No, I just been busy and off in my own little world lately.
Yeah, Joey Kranz, hold on a second. QT40. Let me see if I can help Regal out here. Not sure of the band channel I need to be on. Regal, do you have band numbers or band letters? I believe you need to be on channel 34, band 3. But I don't know if you use letters or numbers, Regal. And Joey Kranz, I'll get to you in just a second. Let me see if I can help Regal out here.
And I thought that you might want to know.
Yeah, I got a different radio in the operating position tonight. And yeah, we were playing around the other night, so yeah, appreciate it.
Jack.
The appreciatory valve is wide open.
About that screwdriver.
Yes, go ahead.
Mega Maniac, check it in.
Who was that checking in? I got a long delay on my preamp when it on my amp when it kicks out. Hang on a second.
Mega Maniac on the check in.
10-4 on the Maniac checking in. We'll make sure Radio Man gets that written down. What are you on tonight? You're 88, or are you on? You're probably not on that Cobra.
No, I'm 88 in the mobile right now.
And for
Can't even hear him. Can't even hear me. That's too bad. Must be the location.
It's very quiet out there. Yeah, I can hear Maniac in there. He's tickling my noise floor. He's just tickling the underside.
oh, tickling the underside of the taint.
Just a little tickle.
Right where it itches. Yeah, I'm not sitting in a very good spot.
Oh man, you're in the mobile. You got to go find a hill.
Yeah, my new Viper antenna should be getting out good. Alright, on the side. I'll be back.
Roger.
All right there, Joey Kranz. You ready? Just a second here.
The audio and that radio.
Hey, Screwdriver, you hearing this one all right?
Yeah, you sound great over here, Hunter. You're right on.
That's that boy.
10-4, Hunter in Lewiston.
Hey, Mr. Paranoid, can you hear this one?
10-4.
Just waiting for a lull in the activity.
That's 10-4, Mr. B.
That's Roger, Hunter, all the way from Lewiston, making it all the way out to Waldoboro. Nice job, Hunter.
Yeah, running barefoot.
Hey, what kind of radio are you running, Hunter?
Socks on right
I'm
now.
running a bag of one.
10-4.
About that Joey Kranz down in New Hampshire. Joey Kranz down in New Hampshire, 983. Joey Kranz in New Hampshire, 983. You got a copy on Radio Man 260. Radio Man 260. Looking for that Joey Kranz, 983 in New Hampshire. And while we're at it, I want to know why Cyclops is so piss weak.
I want to know, too.
Radio man, my God.
That's because I had my back to you. I just went back to the Omni. I was pointed down towards New Hampshire.
Excuses.
Hang on me. I said that.
I kind of thought he was a mud dog.
Tenfold on the paranoid butt duck wearing a straitjacket.
Somebody else was in there just hollering, didn't quite catch it. I don't know if you heard it, radio man.
I think that was Dragonfly saying good evening or good night. I think that was Dragonfly saying good evening or good night, yeah.
Jeez, Mr. Paranoid, I'm surprised you could hear me.
10-4, no, I can hear you for sure up here in Walterboro.
10-4.
Yeah, Roger. Who's that looking for bone crusher? I thought I heard him check in earlier as well, yeah. The bone crusher. Are you out here or what?
Yeah, but he don't get out. Bone Crusher's out here, but he don't get out.
10-4 and bone crushers of mud duck.
Hey, Sheriff, I get on all I want.
I don't know if you heard that, Regal, but BNC Channel 34, lower sideband. BNC Channel 34, lower sideband.
Bone Crusher, I hear you down here in Booth Bay. Hello.
Bone Crusher, you must have a bunch of static or something, huh? People are hollering at you.
Bone Crusher, you got a copy? Floyd, you got a copy? Okay, seeing if I'm still working somewhat. So what do they say? We're waiting for it.
Bone Crusher better get someone to look at that radio.
Are you?
There's Regal. What's going on, Regal?
There you are, Regal.
Good evening, Mr. Regal.
2167.
You sound like you're right on frequency.
Roger. I think I finally got the grips on it. Yeah, it took me a minute.
Whose radio are you using? Because you're never on frequency.
Sounds nice, don't worry about it.
One that was lent to me by a nice fella.
Hey, Regal, how you doing? We got you down in the roll call.
Not bad. Took me a minute to tune this old girl in, but you know, I'm half blind and dumb, so take it the way it is.
Sounding good in Lisbon.
Roger. Yeah, Mr. Faraday, come over and let me keep me short. Get on the radio tonight. What do you think?
Oh, so I wasn't far off.
Oh, that thing is dead on. It sounds good.
How you doing, Mr. Regal?
Not bad. Howdy to one and all. Glad to hear I'm sounding good. Took me a minute to tune this old girl in. Of course, I ain't used to it, but you know. New technology kicks my ass, I guess. I'm an old schooler.
Oh, the wife asked me to say hello to you as well.
Sounds great over here, Regal. Best I've ever heard you.
Boy, I guess I'll take it. It does sound good. Brand new out of the box.
That sometimes does help. How's it going, Regal? I haven't talked to you in forever. Hope all is going well.
Roger. Good evening there, Mr. Cooper. Has been a while.
Well, that one sounded nice.
Do you have the stock mic on that Regal?
Yeah, stock mic, all stock on the radio. I got my little KL 500 behind it, feeding about 100 beans or so. A little less than that actually, but still running the temporary quickly aluminum antenna 6 feet off my porch over here that I put up temporarily, so that's what I'm running.
Well, if you press the up down button, the up and down button on the mic, it will show you the frequency that you're on.
I guess you can't hear this little radio.
Speaking of controversial stuff, I have to admit, my Quad 6 is jumping channels.
Send it back.
Oh, son of a...
It's got that D-bounce.
Okay, I see the frequencies now, I got that.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool feature, isn't it?
I was trying to read through the book, you left me the book and everything, but I'm half blind, I'm half lit up in the room.
You guys are pretty quiet tonight.
I can only read so much.
That's got to be sarcasm. We've been going non-stop.
I heard Scoop.
I was going to say, it's quiet for some people that can't hear everyone, I guess. But yeah, it's been non-stop, balls to the wall.
Yeah, that's a little irritating, Swiper. It is a little irritating. It's pretty common, though, for all these new encoders on the radios. But, if you use the up-down buttons on the microphone, it doesn't do it at all.
Well, I just started recently using the up-down buttons on it. I just noticed it a couple, it's probably happened like 3 times. I'm like, why is it so quiet all of a sudden? And I look down and I'm on one channel up or one channel down, I don't remember what. But yeah, it jumped channel for no reason. But I have been using the buttons on the thing, which I never used to do. But yeah, I kind of like that. Yeah, and it brought me back. I don't remember the whole conversation that took place about the jumping channels thing, and but I remember it coming up before.
That's on the President Lincoln 2. The Quad 6 won't change channels for no reason. If you look down and it's on a different channel, 99.9% chance you probably bumped one of the up-down buttons on the mic.
Oh, okay. Well, my mistake then.
Good evening, Mr. Pipeline. I know you can probably hear this radio.
I hear you, Fix It. No problem down in Blueface.
It's too late to check in.
Just shooting the breeze with the SideBanders.
Somebody just tried to check in.
Yeah, it's Taz over here.
Yeah, I got you, Taz.
A Taz and a pipeline. Look at that. A couple more. Oh, and a grave digger.
Worldwide's trying to check in too.
All right, I got Tasman and Pownell, Pipeline and Rumford, and Gravedigger and Lewiston. Was there anyone else I missed?
Yeah, worldwide.
Portland.
Worldwide? Okay, who's worldwide? Where are you?
I'm being an asshole. Somebody in Skipland was saying, worldwide.
Okay. Who's down in Portland? Who's that in Portland?
Who else?
Okay, Greg in Portland. We got you.
Greg in Portland, good evening.
Hello.
Sounding good over here.
You two in Portland.
Roger that.
Not being rude, pipeline is just safe. Those guys can't. You can't hear those guys, but I can, so I'm trying to be quiet.
Radio man, did you catch Snowman and Lewiston?
I did not. Snowman and Lewiston. Let me get that down.
Hey, just FYI, I'm not Skip. I'm just worldwide.
Hey, Snowman, Lewiston, you got a copy on radio, man?
Hey, 10-4.
Okay, we got you direct now, Snowman. Sorry I missed you there, but we got you.
Like a snow job.
It was busy when he teed up, but he's local, so I heard him.
Thanks, Wiper.
Got it.
Swiper, I love you.
I love you too, Bull Crusher.
Hey, just wanted you to know in case you forgot.
Love you more than a friend.
Break 1-3.
You want the crisis?
Nobody got the fence now.
You know, I really need to go find my wireless headset so I can just talk and not have to use my phone up to my head. That'll be awesome.
Yeah, fuck the whole I refuse to hold the phone to my head. No, thank you.
It's got to kill a few brain cells.
Yeah. Sitting under an antenna dead keying at 1,000 watts isn't hurting me at all, but my cell phone at a quarter of a watt must be. That's what I'm going with.
Oh, I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about my fucking fat ass arm holding something to my head. It takes like 3 minutes, and I'm like, okay, this is done.
The safest spot you can be is right under the antenna.
End up with one of them phones.
Yeah, you're not wrong with the ground plane of being right under the antenna. That probably is the better of the spots.
26, you're going to point a laser at my head and shoot me with some radiation. Does that count?
Yeah, don't do
You know, it used to be back on 27 megahertz back in the day.
Simple until sounding good.
I don't know if my earbud Bluetooth is any better than the cell phone. That's why I don't want to hold the cell phone to my head. It's because I don't like holding something to my head. I just assume set the phone down and put it on speaker.
That's not what you said at camp.
Nice to hear you on the band.
I was younger when we went to camp.
3 o'clock in the morning, I still got my earbud in and my eyeglasses on.
Hey, screwdriver.
I'm totally fucking numb to it now.
It's just part of who you are.
My ear canal is all stretched out. I don't think it's ever coming back.
Okay, too many jokes running through my head now.
Yeah, that was definitely an opening.
Cooked, he's hooked, his brain is cooked.
Screwdriver, Rice T was calling for you a minute ago.
Yes, go ahead, Rice T. What is going on?
I'm trying to figure out how you got that running through your cell phone. And I was also wondering when you're getting that new do.
Oh, the new do. If I can get my wife to build up some talent, I will get her right on top of it for sure. Through my cell phone, we got a little rigging app going on right now, going through the Kenwood, and it's all internet based. So my laptop is plugged into my Kenwood. So as long as you talk through this app, which is it's Discord, it's like a TikTok or a chat room type app, and you can have 10 people in there talking at the same time if you want. It keys up the radio as soon as you start talking.
10-4, okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's something we've been kind of just tossing around, and I started trialing it out last weekend, and it's still a process. It's not nothing is refined and done. I still got alligator clips up here, and all kinds of stuff skewed over the bench, but it looks like in theory it's going to work, so it'll be time this weekend probably to start cleaning it all up and making it a little bit more professional.
Get to soldering. Oh boy, I got enough.
Oh, I wasn't thinking about soldering. I was more thinking like just some electrical tape would be fine.
Oh, bother. Don't even bother with electrical tape. I got some medical tape for you.
So you have the wire?
All right, there we go.
Red Green shows duct tape.
We do got to hook up there, screwdriver there. I got to get that sniffer circuit from you so I can straighten my mess out over here.
Yes, we will definitely hook up, this weekend, Saturday, whatever, tomorrow night. I don't know if you wanted to, most likely it's either the 2222 transistor or it's the, the diode. I would assume the two caps are probably just fine. So, you can either grab all, you can grab all four components you need separately, because I believe they're separate inside of your box. If not, we can make you up as, normally there's a certain way you can twist them together, so it's all one unit, all the components. All you do is solder one to the leg of the relay, one to the antenna. The relay is, you got a sniffer, you got a power, and not a power, ground, and you got a ground, so you just attach the three things. But yeah, it should be very easy to do. I do have them over here, and tomorrow night when I get home from work, or like I said, Saturday morning or whatever, we can definitely hook up.
What are we sniffing?
Yeah, that sounds good. Sooner rather than later. It's one of the things that's, it kind of sucks I can't use it. Well, I can use it, but I mean, I'm cutting a lot of people out. If I turn the amp on, I'm losing people like Floyd and some of the other not weaker stations, but weaker signals, I should say.
Yeah, no, I understand that for sure. No, you got to get it fixed. I don't know if it was through my cell phone. You sounded scratchy there. I'm kind of curious if other people heard it or if it's just my cell phone and the receive on my radio.
No, yeah, he's a little scratchy.
Not using I was using the bottom key up. The bottom key up does do some scratchy shit.
Sounded solid down here in San Antonio, Texas.
No, 10-4 and 7.
Well, there you go. You're sounding good in Texas.
Hey, Roger, making a good trip down to San Antonio. You got 485.
485, you got 119, state of Maine.
Hey there, state of Maine. Yeah, y'all are sounding good down here. 775, we got you coming in good. About a good S7, S8.
10-4. Well, you sounded real good up here on my striker. You're giving me like a 9 over here.
Hey, Roger on that. This is a little mud duck, Anytone Quad 6 here.
Oh, I love my Quad 6. Best radio I've had in my vehicle. I love it. Ever since I put that in the truck, I was like, oh my God, I love that thing.
Hey, Roger, good radio for the money. This one, I beat this one pretty hard. It doesn't miss a beat.
I got one in my car. I love mine too.
Hey, Roger, I'm running this on a Serial Vector 1000 vertical.
About 20 feet in the air.
20 feet in the air is good when you're out in the flatlands. 20 feet ain't enough around Maine. It's all mountainous out here. You gotta get it up higher. But no, I love the Quad 6, and I got it with a KL 500, 503, whatever the fuck they are. I love that. I love that radio.
Thank you, SL. Well, hey, I didn't mean to jump in y'all's queue, so just DX is few and far between these days, and y'all are making a great trip down to San Antonio tonight.
Well, let's give it a try down to San Antonio. 333 way up here in the state of Maine, saying howdy.
Hey, Roger, I got all y'all coming in from Maine. Y'all making a good, solid signal, no doubt.
You sounded good there tonight there. Fix it.
All right, guys, I'll say 73s, and y'all have a good evening and stay warm up there in Maine. We got a hot, humid night here in San Antonio, so 73s, y'all have a great night. 485 Texas.
485, you get a copy on this one up there in the state of Maine?
Give them some numbers, Rico.
485, 2167 Aston, state of Maine. You get a grip on this one?
Yeah, I think I'm hearing another station come back to him, so I don't know. It's probably a pile up on his end right now.
Yeah, it kind of sounded like that to me. He's a big station, I think.
Well, we can send some.
I'm cool with that.
Well, this radio can't even make it to Dresden. I doubt it is yet. We're going to make it to Texas.
Making it to Booth Bay.
Mine won't even make it.
You're making it down here to Wyndham.
And boy, yeah, you opened Walterboro.
Dixie, you sounded good tonight.
Yeah, which 2950 are you running tonight, Fix It? Because that thing's dead on.
Your favorite, the Mirage.
And more. Well, it's definitely, you got it dialed in. You should run that every week.
Well, it's only 90 watts. The other one's 400 watts. So that's the difference, I guess.
Was that wing that I just heard?
Yeah, I don't think that's the difference in the radio. I think that's the difference on what you have behind it for an amp.
Yeah, Roger.
What the hell's wing that tonight?
Yeah, what the hell? Where's Wingnut? And, hey, good evening, traveler. I see you in there. Oh, see that? You can even talk. You should. I'll shut up through the app. You can check in with Radio Man. This is gonna be cool.
Radio Man. Travelers checking in, Mobile via the phone. I'll be in the ICOM here probably within the next 15 minutes. Break.
Okay, we got you, Traveler. We got you down on the roll call. Traveler Mobile, somewhere out there in the ether.
Does it count as two check-ins if he does one from his iPhone and one from his ICOM?
Yeah, is that two check-ins if you check in from from the phone and the radio? Just asking for a friend.
I don't even know if it should count. I don't even know if it should count if you check in from the phone. That's cheating. Cheated parts.
Yeah, I was actually going to ask that. I'm like, checking in from your phone, is that, it's not like checking in the chat because you're just listening. He did actually talk through a radio, so, I got to go with like at least a half check-in under those circumstances. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but whose radio did it come through?
Well, you give me 5 minutes and I'll be on the fucking radio. So give me 5 minutes. Jesus.
Oh, we like it, Traveler. You can key up on both radios at the same time. It's going to be great. That's what I did.
Hey, checked in with Screwdriver's radio, right?
Sounds like they were out of cheesecake.
because I do want some cheesecake.
Belt Pacific.
Yeah, and right now it's on Screwdriver's radio.
All right, guys, I'm out of here. You all have a good night.
You as well.
Hunter, have a super fine one, and I'm definitely going to stop this weekend. If when I go into town Saturday for swipe or whatever, I yelled for you on last Sunday, but I didn't hear you on, and I didn't just want to stop it unexpected. But we're going to link up this weekend.
Okay, 10-4. Y'all have a great night.
You too.
Have a good.
10-4. Good night.
Have a good night, Mr. P.
Roger, Roger. Good night.
Mr. P, there was somebody else up there talking when he was just signing off there. Did you catch who that was?
Was that Hudson just signing off?
I didn't hear you. Yeah, when Hunter was signing off, I thought it was up north. It might not have been up north. Maybe you didn't hear it.
I thought I heard Floyd tee up.
Oh, it was Floyd? Okay.
Are you using the bottom bar again?
Sounds like he's using his back finger.
Sorry guys.
For fuck's sakes.
10-4. Floyd's wondering whatever he's having for snacks.
Sorry, Floyd. Go ahead. Hopefully we can open the airways for Floyd. You got stepped on earlier. Go ahead, Floyd.
Oh, man, I think I'm just about done with my bag of beef jerky, so I might have to go in and find myself another snack. I'm a fat ass.
I'm gonna switch back to the fucking Silver Eagle. If I can't use the fucking bottom key up on this thing, what the fuck, man? This is pissing me off.
Maybe your split snack.
You gonna deliver some cheesecake? Because I heard cheesecake, and I'm getting hungry.
Have you tried?
I'm driving right now, but I didn't take any orders, so no.
Son of
What was that, Hawkeye?
Have you tried cleaning the contacts on it before?
Yeah. Like 3 years ago?
Does it work?
Yes. Well, I suppose I could do that.
Give me $20.
That's 3-hole screws, though. That's a lot.
Oh, bother.
Yeah. Every time you do it, just leave one of those screws out, Eventually you just leave it right off the bottom.
Yep, by the time the fourth time comes around, it's real easy.
But I could fix the fucking Silver Eagle as well.
Guy.
Stop stepping on me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Now I want some beef jerky.
I want some cheesecake.
I want a bag of chips.
I might have some cheesecake still in the fridge.
Oh, me, I definitely want some cheesecake. This is bullshit.
I got the Cool Whip I can slap on top of it too, what do you think?
I went through all
Oh, man, why you gotta rub it in?
supplies and that amplifier and everything, and all I've done since I set it up is talk barefoot.
I think I got cheesecake in the fridge. I gotta go check. What'd you say, Hawkeye? You got stepped on there. Maybe you should pump it up?
Yeah, I guess that's a good point.
I'm kidding you.
Yeah, I wouldn't be talking about being good with barefoot. I mean, fix it stomping all over you.
Oh, God, now they were trying to get you out now. Wow! I mean, There shouldn't be any issue if I turn the power all the way down on this radio going into that 4-bill.
Sorry, it's not intentional. What kind of radio?
No, it's all good, fix it.
955. I mean, when I turn the power all the way down, at least on this meter, it looks like it stops swinging around 15 watts.
Fuck, yeah.
Oh, that 4-pill will take everything that 955 can throw at it. You're fine.
Do it now, we'll wait.
Going along with the surface, and they don't like that.
Should be fine. Good to go. Do it now, we'll wait.
Oh yeah, okay. Well, I was just taking the cue from Taz. He doesn't turn his amps on anymore.
Don't do what Taz does. Taz is fucking worried about long key ups. I mean, go with Bob and Swiper's point of view. Key the thing up, get it fucking red hot, just talk and talk and talk, lay the fucking thing down. Hey, I'm talking. Hey, anybody hear this thing? Oh, I ain't getting out. Well, you won't let Maniac talk on it. You have time limits for Maniac.
I think it was Rascal the other week. He got me all worried about blowing up amps with that Quad 5.
I think Rascal could blow up a ball bearing.
I can hear you a lot better, though. Well, I can tell you, the meters don't lie. I mean, you turn the thing on, you turn your amp on, and if you're doing too much wattage, then you shoot for what your amp is capable of doing. Well, then yeah, you're gonna blow your amp up. But if you're doing what you're supposed to do from that amp, it ain't the Quad 5.
2 watts swinging 12. That shouldn't have hurt anything at all, but 3 amps later.
Yeah, so did this make a difference up there, Swiper?
Actually, you don't sound as good, to be honest with you. At least I can hear you better.
Yeah, what if I turn the power back a little bit? I don't know, maybe I gotta turn it up.
Oh, that made a difference. It does sound better there.
Yeah, I turned the power all the way down.
Yeah, no, that sounds good there.
I want to do a forensic analysis on this legendary Quad 5 that's blowing up amps.
I'm kind of thinking I want to volunteer. I will use that Quad 5 in my mobile for a month, and I will see if it works, because I have no problem blowing something up over here.
If you have a 2-pill, and it's 2879, you know,
That was the first amp that blew up, yep, with 2879 2-pill, yes.
Yeah, but I mean, what was you getting out of it for a dead key? You know, with the Quad 5. You know, if you're driving it too hard, well then, obviously, don't do that. But that Quad 5 must go down a lot enough to drive a 2-pill.
I was keying 2 watts into it, getting about a 90-watt dead key, and it was swinging about 180, 220, something like that, way under what it should have done, and it still blew it up. It blew up one of my tube amplifiers. It blew up my fucking donkey bass. Something's wrong with that radio. I'm not saying all of them, I'm saying that radio. I don't know what the deal with it is.
Well, I can tell you from my experience,
buried like in a
2 watts
hole, never to be seen.
2-pill 2978 will not give me a 90-watt dead key. It will not do that.
Well, that's what it was doing here with a 1.2 match.
Something right there. And I'm sure it wasn't fucking a 2-watt dead key.
Hello there.
I don't know. My Texas Star 350, a 2-watt dead key going into it, is definitely going to be around 80 to 90 watts of dead key coming out.
A key out there, I know. A 2-watt dead key into my 2-pill will probably give me 28 watts, maybe a little more. I don't know. It swing like a motherfucker, but it's a 20-watt dead key.
Yes, but yours is also variable and it's padded. It's meant to take some drive. You know, it's built to, you know, hammer on it a little bit. Like a Texas Star 350 is built for a single final radio. That's what they were specifically designed for. So it's built to take 2-watt dead key max, 3-watt dead key max, and swing to like 8.
Why would it be built to take a 2-watt dead key when a Cobra 29 is a 4-watt dead key?
Because people obviously turned down their radios back in the day, but that's why they have a variable on them too. But it'll take a 4-watt dead key and it'll sound good. You can dead key 150 watts out of that Texas Star 350 with a 4-watt dead key. Touch does it all the time. Hell, I think he's doing almost a 180-watt dead key out of that, and he's not dead keying more than 5 watts in. I just personally run it at a 2-watt dead key, so I dead key less power. But, you know, I mean, that's what they're designed to do. They're going to dead key 100 to 150 watts with a 4-watt dead key, and not massive swing. You know, that's just the way they're designed.
So, what's your theory on this Quad 5 destroying amps?
My theory, I got a couple different theories. You know, my first thought is I call bullshit. But, you know, if it's, Rascal's not a stupid man. If it's blown up 3 of his amps, I mean, there could be other shit wrong with it. I do know, I believe Birdman said he's had a similar issue with the Quad 5. I don't know how much of it I believe, but, you know, if it is producing a lot of harmonics, so if that radio is so far out of whack, and you'd be able to see this on a spectrum, but if it's so far out of whack and it's putting out, let's say, a half a watt, a full watt on 54 megahertz, like if somebody spread the coils in it or something stupid, you're going to be putting, a half a watt into it at a infinity match almost, because you're not going to have a good match. It's above, where everything, your antenna is and whatnot. You won't see it on your meter because your meter only reads the 30 megahertz and blah, blah, blah. But, if you're putting some weird harmonics into it, you definitely could be getting some weird, strange, high SWR and reflect coming back that your meter might not be picking up, but you might be getting that reflect power coming back into it. And, at a huge match like that, you definitely could toast it.
See, the reflect is where I was going with. That's where my mind was going. Not what you just said, because if somebody spread coils or whatever to do some weird shit, in my mind, and all the fucking videos I've ever watched, that shows up on the meter. It don't show up on your neighbor's signal meter because you're spreading it across a band. But it shows up on your meter, your power meter. That's where my mind went. But the reflect doesn't always show up if you're not looking for that sort of thing. And that's what's blowing it up. And that could be a multitude of things. It could be fucking jumpers. It could be the antenna. It could be, like you said, weird harmonics, which could be caused by different lengths of coax and stuff. And if the same thing, they're blowing shit up and they're blaming it on the radio, well, it could be other things that there are the same thing in line, like the antenna and the coaxes and stuff.
Well, reflect power would damage the radio, not the amplifier so much, right?
Yes, I would say, yeah.
Well, so it depends on where the reflect is coming and going in, and that's the biggest thing, and what are you trying to measure your reflect on? So, your SWR meter, most meters that people have are good from like 0 to 30 megahertz. So if you're getting, harmonics at 54 megahertz, your meter's not.
I don't know if he's in here, but Jeff Nelson just subscribed me over on YouTube. Thank you very much, Jeff. If you're actually listening right now on the live stream.
Just an SWR. And the ones that do, if you're looking at a cross meter, if it's not designed to go up to, 60 megahertz, you're not going to see it. A bird meter. My bird slug isn't going to show me reflect that's coming back from 54 megahertz. They're good for, 25 to 30 meg. So, there is a lot of variables. And yes, you would definitely see some reflect at your radio too, but, what are you going to see? You're putting out 2 watts. You're going to see a quarter-watt reflect, a half-watt reflect. You might just be saying, well, yeah, it's just the input tune of the amp, no big deal. But you might be putting out 100 watts out of the amp and getting 20 watts of reflect, and you don't even know because your meter's not picking it up. And 20 watts of reflect is definitely enough to, toast those transistors.
Okay, break for a second.
Go ahead, Rascal.
Well, the weird thing is, as you guys know, you have the anytones and such. When I keyed the radio up, even when it was hooked up through Donkey, it said 1.1, 1.2 match from the radio through to the kicker or whatever, and then my meter said about the same. Those were after the kicker. So that's what really stumped me about that whole deal. Now, I'm still running the same antenna, still running the same coax, been running my 703 with multiple radios through it, never had a problem. The other amplifiers, I ran different radios through them, never had a problem. Just that Quad 5. And the Quad 5 blew up all 3 amplifiers. Same jumpers, same antenna, same coax, same good match.
I'm not calling you an idiot. Don't get me wrong. I just don't get how a Quad 5 can blow up. If your carrier is low enough, 2 watts, plenty low. The thing doesn't swing 90 watts. It's not going to blow up. It should not blow up an amp.
Only swung about 12, 15.
Okay, so let's look at something a little different. What were you powering the amps with? You mentioned the tube amps. So were 2 of them solid states running off of power supplies, and the tube amp was a 120 volt?
Yes, tube amp was a 120 volt. That was old, so that's kind of why I just mistaked it for that. And maybe that Quad 5 was putting a little more, That was probably designed for a 1-2 watt dead key swinging 6 or 8 watts, and I was probably driving it with 12, 15, so that's why I kind of contributed to that. Maybe it was me beating on it. But, the other amplifier that it blew up, and my Donkey amp, that's 220 base, that's all hooked up to a 220 line going to, a 20 amp breaker, so that should be significant.
Yeah, that's some real head scratcher, man, I'll tell you.
I'm not trying to be insulting there. I just had these thoughts running through my head, and it don't make sense to me. The Quad 5 is blowing up amps. If you're running with your carrier down that low, it should not be blowing up any amp. Any 2-pill amp or above.
That's what I thought.
You're running your high-powered pocket pussy.
I tell you what, I wasn't getting any good vibrations either, Regal.
Alright, I'm
That's a good
radio now. Does that count?
She don't know nothing about it.
Jesus, is this thing even getting out?
Yes, sir.
Oh, I only had my power on like half, so okay, that makes sense. But at least I was getting down a quarter mile.
you, Traveler.
Stand for.
I just got to remember before the end of the night to put this radio back on channel 12 so I can talk to people on the ride home tomorrow or the ride in.
That was a good double.
Oh, actually, I bet Hawkeye, I assume your truck isn't done yet, right?
No, it was supposed to be done today. They got in there and found a couple of more brackets that needed to be replaced. So maybe tomorrow by the end of the day, but he couldn't promise anything.
Roger. Well, I'll definitely have to make sure this thing's back on channel 12 for the ride in tomorrow morning then.
Well, you have no idea if it wasn't there. I don't know. I might lose it. The vehicle they gave me doesn't even have cruise control.
Oh, man, that's rough.
So, do you have your internet-based radio on in the morning, Screwdriver?
Oh yeah, you talked to Hawkeye this morning. He doesn't have a radio in the rental vehicle he's got, so he's been using this radio right here. I mean, I got it on right now, but I haven't shut this thing off since Sunday. You know, you could log into this app anytime and use the radio.
No fucking way. I didn't realize I was talking to Hawkeye over your radio. It's been nice to have Hutch working with, it's been nice because he's had his radio on and I talked to him in the morning.
You know what, though? I got the wheels are turning. Imagine if you had, like, your radio hooked up and, say, like, you had another one in a different part of the state, and you had, like, 6 radios, big radios, and you could key them all at one time through your phone. Now, that would be cool.
Definitely can, and that is an option we're looking at. But I'll tell you the more option that we're kind of reviewing that is fun is, can we get 40 radios set up at 40 different locations, one on every channel, and talk on all 40 channels at once?
Yeah, but you got to have some listening. No, you can't hear,
I know Busy Bee. Fuck, he was doing this shit a year or 2 years ago. I remember he was doing it.
Wouldn't you need a passband filter for all 4 radios, though?
I don't think he was doing it through
if they were
channel, though.
Yeah, if they were all in the same vicinity, you definitely would. You need 40 antennas, 40 radios, and they'd have to be close. If they're at different places, no. And you would definitely hear them all, too, if they're going through the same room. It could be done. Yeah, I did this a while back, a few years ago, but I could only access it one person at a time, and it was going through like a remote desktop. Right now, with this new this app, everybody who's got the passkey, and I'll give it to anybody, anybody can use it to talk on.
We need to get this out of Cobra's house, and I need the passkey for his house. First, we got to make...
Well, that is definitely happening.
Because, really? Does anybody fucking deny that he's got the location?
No doubt, if I could sit over here and key up my microphone and have a repeater at his house, we'll just bring Donkey up there, and there we go.
That's what I'm saying.
Fucking right.
Whole bunch of mobiles for sale, $25 each.
I'll step on Cobra from my house at his house.
Wish.
Oh, that's, you need to come up in frequency there, whoever that was there with their nose plugged.
I think it's 7. He sounds high frequency to me. He sounds like Mickey Mouse.
Oh, I thought that was high.
Yep, come up in frequency. Come up in frequency.
Or down.
No, up.
Well, that was interesting.
Yep.
Oh, it's partly my fault. I gotta get his Kenwood fixed.
Was that you?
No, it was 7, I think. It was on one of his radios, but I don't know. I don't know which one it is.
And more. Alright, well, I'm gonna go scrub my onion. If you guys are still out here when I get back, I'll talk to you then.
Yeah, I'm going to hang it up too. We'll catch y'all later.
Don't hold it too long, Swiper.
Have a good traveler, Swiper.
Just remember, it's your soap, your hand. You can, yeah. See you later, Hawk.
Yeah. That's right. You can touch it as long as you want.
I just like saying swamp donkey.
You guys are $6.
No.
Go get clean.
You just, you know...
Could you imagine running one of those with your donkey dick IMAX?
I don't have a donkey dick IMAX. What? Oh, it's, yeah. Okay, never mind.
See how you are?
I got the good IMAX.
Oh, man, it's starting to sprinkle outside.
Going outside?
I didn't know if it was supposed to rain out tonight, but it's starting to rain.
Has modern technology like kicked you out of your radio room now? Is this where you're relegated to operate from now on?
Yeah, I'm going to be hiding in the closet on your cell phone.
He moved from his own closet to your closet.
Well, that's kind of weird, though, because I already came out of my closet.
This is true. He is out in the open with it. Kind of came out a little bit myself there with Bone Crusher. Like you more than a friend.
Yeah, that was.
Hell yeah. All I need to do now is figure out how to hook it up to a better AM radio. I would love to hook it up to my Striker. I just haven't been able to figure it out yet. I know Radio Man thought he had some ideas, and I'm waiting to see if he tried and what he figures out.
Yeah, I'm going to work on it this weekend. I think I got a pretty solid plan.
Too hot.
Well, that's what I like about the Striker, is it actually has a time-off timer in there, so you can make it so it only works for 30 seconds. You can set the room up, the chat room, so you can only use push-to-talk. That way people can't have a hot mic and have it keep going. I did that, and then I put it back. I kind of been back and forth with that, but I think we're still going to need an external Vox for the Striker.
I thought it was funny this morning. Somebody had a headset with Vox on it. I heard some body noises, and it was kind of funny.
All right, who took it in the bathroom? Fess up.
Oh, man, could you imagine just hearing somebody's talking?
Bloop.
Yep, I did this morning. Oop. Did it taste good?
All right, Hawkeye, we know it was you.
So what are you thinking about doing, Radio Man? How are you? What is your thoughts on how you were thinking about trying to hook it up?
Well, I think it's already hooked up. I think all I have to do is set the radio to Electret, and the cable that I use to feed the radio off my soundboard has an isolation transformer in it, so it'll block the voltage coming back into the computer. So I think all I have to do, I think it's like literally it's just turning it on in the software and setting the levels on my soundboard.
Yeah, I'd like to see if it works. I tried putting mine to electric, and I use an isolation transformer. I can use straight off my condenser mic. It works definitely just fine. Going out of the soundboard, absolutely nothing. Going through a transformer, nothing. I plugged it right into my laptop, nothing. I don't know what it is about that voltage, how it knows it's getting sound, but I think it needs to see or feel the if you got, let's say, 2 volts coming out or whatever to the element, it needs to see a changing voltage. So I think if you have a steady nothing or shorted out, I don't know if it sees that changing voltage. That was just my experience so far.
All right. Hello. Yeah, you know what? It doesn't like it. Oh, wait a second. Yeah, it does. Are you hearing me right now?
I believe so, yeah. You obviously. I don't know if it was coming through my phone or my phone, but you know what I mean.
Well, this is the striker on Electret right now. So that I run it normally on dynamic, and I haven't done a damn thing. So this is the striker. So that tells me right there I should be able to turn Vox on now.
Oh, so you're still keying it up right now, though. You're not using the Vox. You're still keying it up as we speak.
Yeah, I'm keying it up with the foot switch, but that tells me that turning on the Electret doesn't have any negative effects on my sound system.
No, it won't affect your sound system, but my Vox didn't work. That's what I'm saying. It didn't hurt anything. It just, the Vox didn't work. Go right ahead and turn your Vox on, see if it works. I'm kind of curious. I really don't know. I couldn't get the Vox to key anything up. Mine's still on electric, and I was still using a regular mic. I mean, it's still working just fine. And if I use my regular condenser mic, it will actually, the Vox works. It'll key up the radio when I talk. It works just fine. But when I put my condenser mic through the soundboard, the Vox no longer works. I still get audio. If I key the radio up manually, I still get audio through the radio, but the Vox will not actually key it up. And maybe your soundboard is a lot, well, I know your soundboard is different, so maybe it'll work differently than mine. That's what as long as you don't have it off, that's what I was running mine on was 1, and I left the delay on whatever the stock delay was 0.5, but and like I said, it works without the soundboard. So so far, this is just my fucking around. I think I'm gonna have to get one of those external sound card boxes like you have. What you're talking about. If you have two, that'll be great. I'll take one. But I haven't been able to make it work through the radio yet. I would take one of those sound cards and make an adapter to go from the RJ45 to a 4-pin, and I'd fucking be able to, you'd be able to run it on any radio you wanted to.
Yeah, and you're welcome to that sound card. So, okay, well, there goes that theory. That blows that right out of the water. I just figured, plug and play. Plug and play. Nope, not so much.
And the only other thing I was thinking, and actually I was thinking, I was talking with Greg, and Greg was thinking maybe like an impedance match transformer. I mean, would it help going from like, the 500 ohm impedance or whatever you have on your mic to, 1,000 ohm, like a 2-to-1 impedance? I don't know. Like I said, I haven't found anybody that talks about the Stryker and the Vox. I looked. I know Hawkeye looked a little bit, but I didn't find a single person who has mentioned anything about it anywhere on the internet. I mean, it's inconvenient, and I don't like it. Like even talking right now, using it, it is a little pain in the ass. You got a little delay, you get some chatter, you key up on people, you cough, but, for a gimmicky thing like this, it is working. I still consider this a novelty thing. I would not, I've been running this thing, a few days this week. I will probably run it 2 this weekend, and then I'll leave it hooked up for other people, and I'll probably run it here and there, but like tonight, this is all I've used, and it's just for troubleshooting and seeing if the amp's going to hold up and blah blah blah. But I still consider it more of a novelty thing. I'm sure the audio coming out of this is not as good as my normal audio, but it is what it is.
Yeah, it kind of bums me out that didn't work. Huh. Oh well. The only thing I could think of is, coming up with some sort of intermittent, I don't know, some sort of intermittent. I'd have to read up on Vox and how it, I know how it works in terms of like speaking, but electrically what is happening, like you just said. Like I turned it on and it doesn't like my soundboard, and like you're saying, it must be looking for some sort of feedback voltage or something. I don't know. I'll have to read up on it, figure out a way to make it work. Or do I just do something like what I was hoping to do is like when I go out of town, do I just have another radio I just throw in line and flip the switch? And maybe that's just the easier thing to do. But I still got to, like you said, I got to figure out a way. If you do, either I use one of those boxes like I have, maybe that's what I end up doing. I should have a second one. If it's not here, I found one of them. If the other one's not here, it's at camp. And I think I saw it when I was up at camp. I threw it under the bed. And I don't know why I brought it to camp. But either way, I should have another one of those around here. But either way, you can use the one I found.
I'm thinking even if there was like, if we had a couple of these setups, I would have no problem making the whole radio setup here and then bringing it over to Cobra's house and saying, here you go, plug it in, leave it in your garage or whatever. Because, obviously we all want Cobra's receive. I just think coming off like my Striker or something like that is going to be a whole lot better than this Kenwood, especially on AM. So, I mean, I wouldn't mind building two of them. But yeah, you know, like I said, maybe there's a way with the Striker to do it right through the face. I haven't figured it out. I've tried a few different things, like we just said. You know, short of, you could use a mic element, you know, an electric mic element, you know, your stock, the stock mic or whatever, and you could have a little speaker coming out of the laptop or the cell phone and have the speaker go into the mic, and, you know, obviously it's loud, but you could have it turned way down, and if you have them really close, it's fine. But you're going to lose, you know, a lot of fidelity. You're starting to, you know, the more of these type things you put in line, I think, you know, the more you're going to lose. So I'd rather not do it that way.
I think Cobra's receive would be a little rough, though, with all the skip that he gets. Oh, man.
Oh, yeah. This is more for, like, nights like tonight on this frequency, or, you know, for daytime stuff. I mean, people obviously still, a lot of people have work out here, so I'm not really concerned about it. But even for him, you know, while he's at work on a weekender, you set it up on 815, you know, just, you know, you pick a channel that's quiet, or, you know, Skip isn't going to be in here forever. So, you know, this is more just thinking ahead to, you know, when the Skip is gone and people have nobody to talk to, if they're way out in the distance, if they would have these options and it gives everybody more people to talk to, it would, I think it just helps keep people in the hobby.
You'll have to make a little video of how you have that set up, you know, how you're getting the audio from the app into the radio. What you're using for, like, your camera setup there. Because, yeah, I think there's probably a better way to tap into the audio and key the radio.
Yeah, get the audio out of your app.
Yeah, I wish and I'm with you, and I get the audio out of my ass, or my app, or, yeah, but I wish there was a way to, and I can't say this, I have a way to key up the radio through the internet without using this, and I have, and for an actual push to talk, I got a board that's a wireless board that hooks, it's a wireless board, but yet I can control it from anywhere through the internet, and I had it so I can change the channel on a 2950, so I can change the channels up and down, and I can key it up and talk. You know, and then you have like a live feed going just for the feed, so you could see it if you want. And that worked just fine, but I really could only one person could use it. So, you know, I got options for a single point of use. You know, that's like using my 920. I can do single point of use. I can control the whole radio. I got an app on my phone that looks like the front of the radio, and you can push all the buttons and do everything you want. I would have no problem. Well, my wife would have a problem. I have no problem buying like a 991 or a 7300 and doing the same thing. But that's like a lot of person to You're just one point to point. What's kind of cool about this app is obviously you can give that access out to everybody. So you don't need like a remote desktop or something that you got to worry about somebody getting on your internet and whatever. Even if you set it up through like a Raspberry Pi, somebody could, some random person could technically get on it and start looking up like kiddie porn on your IP address and you're going to jail. With something like this app, it's a third-party thing. You don't have to worry about them being able to get into your actual system.
Yeah, I'd have to say from mentioning the app to concept to you implementing it like in 2 days, it's worked pretty awesome, like right out of the chute, without a whole lot of dicking around.
Is he farting or?
Yeah, it has actually.
Good evening. evening, folks.
Oh yeah, you were keyed up, but it has worked pretty good. Like I said, the thing that I kind of have going for me is I have done this before, very similar stuff, but I was using like a baby monitor app on phones, 2 phones, a baby monitor app, and a few other things. And, you know, like I said, I've done this before, but it's always just been for one person, like, you know, one point-to-point type deal. You know, so going to get it to this point for, you know, I would love to say, okay, yep, let's start a room and invite everybody from Maine SideBanders and Maine CB and say, hey, yeah, use this app if you're from out of town, and you know, you'll be able to talk to us or something like that. And it's a lot easier to say, yeah, just download Discord, and then you're just going to go find this server, and that's what you're going to use. That's a lot easier than trying to give, you know, your IP address and, you know, signing into my network and that kind of crap.
Oh, I would just want it to have a buddy of mine up on top of the hill put it in his shed, put some solar panels on it, and yeah, it's always on. And just for myself, I can use my phone to talk on the radio when I'm getting all this static and stuff down here.
Evening there, Rooster. Good evening.
And then I'd have a radio that actually gets out.
Yes, you.
Yes, good evening, Mr. Rooster. And, yeah, fix it. I am completely with you. I mean, that's a great idea, you know. So that's what we're trying to go for. And I have this hooked up. I don't need my laptop. I can use an old cell phone that I got sitting right here and do everything that I'm doing with the laptop with just a cell phone attached to it. So it is what it is. I'll be quiet for a few minutes, but good evening, Rooster, and howdy, howdy.
Good evening, folks. I'm tickled to death to be on here tonight.
Okay, who broke out the feathers?
That good, huh? Well, it's good hearing you on here, Rooster, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's not too often I get to get on here lately anyhow, but I do my best.
Good evening, Mr. Rooster. I was just trying to be funny, Mr. Fix-It here.
Hey, Mr. Fix-It. Trust me, I'm always up for a little humor.
Well, roosters have feathers. You might have been tickling yourself.
Yeah, you ought to see my tail.
Whoa.
Oh, come on. Somebody got to break 1-3 of that.
Oh, I figured it was just automatically a break 1-3 by the sounds of it.
I deserve that.
Bet you've seen some boats trolling the lake out there lately, ain't you, Fix-It?
Well, I ain't put nothing in there yet. Buddy across the street said he wanted to borrow them for take the kids out. I told him he could, but he ain't done it yet.
Right.
Well, by all means, carry on with the tech stuff. I was really listening to it and enjoying it.
Oh, it's a lot of just boring rigging up stuff. None of us really know what we're doing. We're just trial and error things, you know, and it's got to actually be cool for like Radio Man said when he goes to camp. When I go to camp and I can't talk to anybody, but I could use my cell phone, or, you know, Hawkeye's at camp, or 420 up in Millinocket wants to actually come in here and talk, you know, instead of like not having any locals, you know, if you know this stuff going on, if I can let other people use this radio through their phone, you know, as much shit as I was giving it, you know, I was bad-mouthing the whole system pretty hard, but I'm really starting to like it, you know, more than just the tech side of hooking it up. I am kind of enjoying it, so I don't know, I might be eating a little bit of my words here.
Well, don't forget the chocolate syrup. It makes them easier.
next thing I know, Hawkeye's going to be hearing me on a Bofang radio talking on GMRS and my QT40.
What the fuck? The amazing thing is, Screwdriver, the rental car that I'm in doesn't even have a radio in it, and yet the last 2 mornings I've talked to you guys on the radio all the way into work.
That is pretty awesome, you know what I mean? So it does have it has some convenience factors for sure, and it is cool. Like, I mean, I don't know if I'd want to do it all the time, but every few weekends I'm at camp or whatever, I'm like it is cool. I got to figure out, my big thing is here, I got to figure out where my static is coming from my other antenna. So, I mean, I can go inside and talk on my other antenna, but I'm getting 5 dB of static, so there's certain people I won't hear. So I got to get my static knocked down on that. But, yeah, it's cool.
I suck it totally deal with the GMRS shit.
No, I'm still dead against that. I was just fucking around. I say that. Now, I don't like the GMRS and the hooking all the repeaters together, and I get, you can talk all over the state. Well, you know what? I can go in any chat room, or I can go call anybody in the state I want. I can call anybody in the world, so it's not a big deal. But GMRS, for like point-to-point use, I'm not going to say it wouldn't be fun to build like a 20-element beam for it and try to talk, stock and, simplex from here to camp, and put a 500-watt, amplifier in line, build something for those frequencies and go something stupid. Like, that would actually be all right. Because a 20-element beam up around like 440 megahertz is going to be like fucking 8 feet long. That would be fun. But for me to go hit repeaters and, talk to people in Presque Isle, I have no interest in talking to some guy from Presque Isle that's trying to tell his kid that it's time for supper and to come inside.
Might as well be in a AOL chat room.
Exactly.
I think I still got a computer that's got AOL.
People give me shit, but my email address I use every day is an AOL email address. It's Bob214, because back when AOL first came out and I got AOL back in like whatever it was, 93, my handle on here was Bob. It's still technically Bob, and my call sign, my numbers for talking Skip and my asshole numbers was 214. So my email address is still Bob214@AOL.com. People are like, why the fuck is that? And like, I can't believe you still use an AOL address. And then after they get past the AOL address, they're like, why Bob? And I'm like, yeah, no, it's a long story. You wouldn't get it.
That is scary. I cannot believe you still have at least you have a Gmail account. You know you have a Gmail account.
He said Bob.
I do. I don't. I think somebody was keying up and talking. I do have a Gmail account. I never used it. Every time I get a new cell phone, I got to sign into a Gmail account. I have no idea what the fuck it is. I say it, I don't know what the password is. You know what's funny is my Gmail account is the same Bob2140. I have an AOL that's an AOL, obviously, but I have a Yahoo that I use for my fantasy sports. That's Bob2140. Like, I have 3 email addresses that are exactly the same to different places. But yeah, I'm like, I don't like Gmail addresses because I remember when Gmail first started coming out, all of the spam and all of the, the people trying to rip people off, the scam adders, everything was at gmail.com, So I'm like, no, fucking, I don't think Gmail sounds like a professional email either.
Yeah, but an AOL account sounds like you're living at, that's a good one, a senior citizen's home.
I I mean, you know, my AOL account is probably hooked to a MySpace. Actually, that's one of the few things I never did have. I didn't do anything with that. I have an Instagram. I don't use that. You know, I mean, it's funny. You know, I haven't even been posting anything. I haven't even been on my TikTok that was CB related for probably 4 or 5 weeks now. But I'm not a big social media thing. I've got two YouTube accounts, and the weird part is not the weird. It's not weird to me, and it's probably not weird to you, but both of my YouTube accounts are Bob214. You know, but yeah, like I said, I don't know. My AOL, if you look back, that thing, like I said, I probably had that same email address since like '93.
Oh no, I remember. I remember 15 years ago. You telling me you had an AOL. I remember your email being that far back, but I didn't think you were still there.
Oh, I get emails on it every day. When I order stuff through Amazon every week or whatever, everything goes back to that email address. That is the only email address that I remember and the only one I use. I have a Greg at G'sCustoms.com. I don't even have a website anymore for G's Customs, but I have an email address that still comes through it. I bought the domain. I have X amount of email access, blah, 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 and I don't use it. That thing's probably full and fucking who knows. I mean, obviously I'm not running my shop anymore, so it is what it is, but I just, I got my work email address, obviously, for work, but yeah, I don't know. I've never worried about having something that sounded professional because until this last job, I'm not a professional kind of guy. I don't give a fuck.
Back in the day, I had the Mr. Fix-It on AOL.
So when you get a message to your AOL email, does it go?
I ain't visited in like many years. Says you have mail.
Like I said, Fix It. I have no problem with the AOL, and yes, maybe it does have that noise. But yeah, I just, and like I said, I use it every day. But every once in a while, somebody will be like, "You still have an AOL address?" I'm like, "Why the hell not? It's just an email address. What do I give a fuck? It's not like you use an AOL to get online like you were in the early '90s. I had this thing from the first day when you got your CDs, your free trial of AOL in the mail, or they handed them out at Walmart for free, Those were great days. Your dial-up. I was still on like a, 12.8 modem. When you went up to a 56K modem, you were the shit, I find something I like and I stick with it, I still have my fucking first radio, if it ain't broke, don't fix it in my book. Fix it.
But it's fun to play with this stuff, especially if it's your own stuff and you ain't got to worry about blowing it up.
Peter, you play with your stuff all the time.
And I don't got to worry about blowing it up. It's mine.
That's right. If it's yours, you can do it. Well, that's why I'd like to get this a little bit more compact. I've got a few old laptops around. If that sound card that Radio Man has, if that thing works, I'd love to get two of them. I looked at buying another one or buying one. But, you can hook it up to something like a Cobra 29. You don't care if it happens to blow that up. I really don't want to blow up my Kenwood. My Striker has some protections because I have concerns about doing something stupid with the radio. Somebody getting on this site and throwing a musical carrier. The fucking thing, you could throw a musical carrier on here and it would keep my radio keyed up for hours. My laptop has a glitch and it has a noise that comes out of the speaker. It has happened before. The radio stays keyed up for hours. The radio goes up in smoke. The amp goes up in smoke. So I wouldn't mind, obviously, getting it a little bit more refined, per se.
Radio Man, are you cold? He's got his hoodie on.
I'm getting cold.
Is it cold? cold down there?
Yeah, I don't. It's that weird time of year where I'm not running the wood stove because it's warm enough, but it's still pretty friggin' cold down in the basement.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Oh, fire up.
Oh, people at my work are freaking out, and this is a hard time of the year. It's cold when you come in, and then you want to have the AC on in the day, and I'm like, yeah, for the next 3 weeks, you're fucked.
Oh, I know. Talk about the heater in the truck is on max in the morning, and by noontime I'm running the AC.
I got a nice heating pure, filters the air and everything dry, keeps it nice and dry. That would be perfect down there. It's quiet as a mouse.
And if you take out
Yeah, just this time of the year is just rough.
irritating sound, that furnace I got just a couple of feet away from me keeps this room at a nice temperature year-round.
Yeah, well, I bet you'll be glad when you don't have to hear that furnace run every 15 minutes, won't you?
Well, unfortunately, it services the hot water for the house as well.
Yeah, but during the middle of summer, like when my furnace, my old one, I had set up for that. Well, then I took it offline and I actually put in an on-demand hot water heater. But anyway, what's it run for, like 5 minutes once an hour during the summer? It's not as bad as like 15 minutes, and then 10 minutes off and 15 minutes on.
Howdy do to you too, Radio Man.
Guess everyone's watching.
It was kind of creepy. I felt like you were looking right at me. I'm like, what did he tap into my camera?
He's on. The government's watching him.
Oh, everybody's watching. Come on, everybody's watching. Oh, yeah.
There's always somebody watching.
That's right. Big Brother's got his eye on you.
All right, I'm out of here, guys.
Mean it.
Have a good one.
Have a good night.
Yeah, have a great night. Sleep well.
Don't let the bed bugs bite.
Beep, beep.
All right, so I'm just getting around to look at this Radio Man. What is this little board here? I mean, it almost looks like a little box. Is that what it is?
What, do they just go online and key up the radio?
mean, so you still need audio coming out either way you go for it to key up. But yeah, I even thought about, could you put a sub-audio tone behind you that would key it up, but yet you don't have to keep talking and worrying about having a pause? Because if I pause right now too long during my talking, it's going to unkey my radio unless I have the delay set really high. That would still do the same thing, unless you could have like maybe a sub-audible tone to say, something the human ear can't pick up, but the sound card still picks up, so it still stays keyed up type deal. Oh, yeah. And if they're small enough and cheap enough, you can use them on multiple, easy enough to hook up to any little radio. And that's something I'm going to look into, though, is different radios, if there's a way to do this on something else that has a box in it, But, I like the idea of that. Like I said, I definitely, I like the idea of that other, like, sound card, that external sound card that you have. Those look really, that looks like something that would be really feasible for it. A little bigger, it's nothing that you're going to, want to transport and make portable and set up at other people's houses. But, that little card, if you could make it set up at other people's houses, hell, you could actually plug it in to the bottom of your phone and just use a phone at that point. I haven't tried a sound card, so I'm not sure. But you got to get a special cable. I forget what they call it, because most obviously your cell phones, they're there to charge and get information in. They're not there to send information out. But like I have an adapter to use. I can use I got that cord going to one of my SDRs, so I can use my SDR on my cell phone and have it plugged directly into it, not a remote thing. I can bring it with me so I can track signals with an antenna. I can see where people are transmitting from, out in the field if you wanted to, per se. So I had to get a special cable. I forgot what they call it. It's cheap fucking $5 cable, but I wouldn't see why you couldn't just plug that in. The only downfall is some phones, some of them you can wire it off and you have two cables coming out the bottom and you can still charge it. Some phones you can't charge and use this at the same time. So unless you go wireless charger, you're only going to have as much time as your phone has, and you have to unplug it and plug in a charger. We got the most brilliant minds on it between you, Hawkeye, me, whoever else is looking into this. We got a lot of people looking at it. So, I think we're going to get it really nailed down. This was just a quick, like Hawkeye said, couple day. We talked about it, threw something together. I've experimented with it before, so I kind of know some of my hurdles. Like I said, I would just like to be able to make it work on. I like the setup and the way way it's going. I would just like to have it go through a radio that is a little better on AM. That's my big thing. You know, this radio isn't bad. I tried hooking up with my 920, and the 920, the audio on AM is a lot worse than this. You know, these 440s don't sound bad on AM. They're not amazing, but they're not bad.
I thought they sounded great. All of you guys, Radio Man, you, Hawkeye, you guys all sounded great on that damn thing. It wasn't overmodulated, it wasn't undermodulated. Signal right up there. It was good.
Yeah. You know what sucks fix it? Is because I came on sideband. I'm using this radio right now, and I'm using my my phone. But I had to turn knobs. So I turned the power knob. I turned the mic gain. You know, not a lot, but those are the couple of things that made a big difference on AM because it's really touchy. So I'm hoping I didn't fuck myself before morning. So when I get done talking and I decide to go inside, I'm going to have to put this back on channel 12 and do some tweaking before I go in.
That's all right. I'll be right there with you.
Could you imagine all the sidebanders checking in through your app?
Well, that's what's nice, you know. I mean, assuming, you know, you have other antennas, you know. So obviously, if you only have one antenna, this is pretty useless to set up. For multiple people to use while you're home. But like Radio Man sets one up at his house. He signs into it and he uses it from his camp. You know, Hawkeye could set one up at his house, or Hawkeye wants to use it here when he's at camp. You know, like I said, I would just soon set one up at Cobra's house. You know, if I live someplace where I don't have the best receive, it would be really nice to get Cobra's receive, you know, or whatever. Like I said, there is a little delay. Sideband is worse right now because I got the sideband delay on the amp, so it's a little bit more touchy on sideband. I know I've accidentally keyed up, you know, a good dozen times on people tonight. AM, it wasn't that bad because it was only like a, you know, surprisingly a half second, you know, less than a second delay in it, so it wasn't horrible.
A little pause in between ain't too bad. You get to hear if somebody else got something to say.
So what is that have something to do with like the break-in on it?
No, I mean, you know, the delay is in the app. You know, you have latencies just in the application, you know, and in the radio. So you add in, you know, a quarter of a second in the application on your computer, a quarter second in the app on your phone, you know, a quarter of a second on the radio, and now you're like you know, almost a full second behind. It's faster than the delays that you get. Like, I'm watching Radio Man's feed right now online, and that's probably about a 8-second delay. You know, I've seen the Facebook Lives when I do them. I've seen them anywhere. The closest I've gotten is probably about a 1 to 2 second delay, but I've seen them be almost like 30 to 40 seconds delay for the live feed. So it's pretty close because it's meant to be an app for a bunch of people. So, you know, it's pretty close, but there's still a little bit. And then you throw on a 1 second delay on the sideband timer, you know, whatever, the sideband delay. You know, now I'm 2 seconds behind. When I stop talking, which is never, but when I stop talking, if you key up and talk, I'll see the meter moving. But for me to hear it through my phone, there's a 1.5 to 2 second delay.
Oh, okay, I get you now. But if I was to try this on that, you know, Yaesu, I don't know, could I do that just by the box on it?
Because a little pause ain't too bad.
No, little pause ain't bad at all. And, you know, the way I first started this, Taz, I actually did this probably about close to 20 years ago on my Yaesu, my 101. You know, because that has a Vox on it. When I first started this, all I did was take a spare cell phone and leave it laying on top of the radio. I put the the mic right up to the, I put it on speakerphone. I put the mic of the cell phone right next to the speaker. You hear it in the room, but the speaker coming out of the radio. And, and then I put the mic from the radio right next to the speaker on the speakerphone on the phone. And you could just call into it. There wasn't really any chat rooms or this and that, and no apps back then. This was before there were smartphones. They were dumb phones. But you could literally call into it and use it like that. So there's easy ways around it. We're putting Radio Man to sleep. He looks like he's ready to call it, so I'm going to shut up.
Oh, that blows my mind. I got all I can do to figure out soundboards and shit. Oh, shit.
No, but I do need to go to bed.
I am running that Zoom board there, Radio Man.
You got one, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. Does it sound alright?
I mean, yeah, it sounds fine. I don't know. Have you... There's all kinds of settings. It's I do need to go off to bed, so we'll have to pick this up another night. But there's all kinds of settings in that thing.
Oh, I know. I just been playing around.
All right, I'll catch you guys tomorrow. I'll be around this weekend too. See ya.
I told you I ordered one. Like fucking 2 or 3 weeks ago. I just got it.
Sounds good out in Oxford.
All right, anyone listening, I'm shutting the stream down. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good night.
A lot of stuff that I have no clue about. I'm actually afraid to touch anything.
Well, the problem with a lot of these little soundboards is, like that little soundboard is actually somewhat there for audio processing to a point for podcast shit, but what a lot of people don't realize is that buying all these big soundboards and they're doing this, and all these really are for is mixing sounds and for instruments. They're like, it's meant for mixing tracks to record a sound, so for what we're doing with them, we're kind of like, we're not necessarily using them for what they're designed for, and we can't get out the capability we necessarily want. That being said, obviously, I'm not using this Discord app for what it's designed for. I'm using it to talk to my fucking radio, so, we